Shalom to the women all around the world gathering to hear about this special day, the day when Mashiach is born. And this is the year, I think, Mashiach has to come. The beautiful pasuk, Sfat lo yadati eshma. I hear a language I don't know. Sfat, they say around, is Tafshin Pei. Lo yadati eshma. All you hear is Ani lo yodat. Are you getting married? Yes. When? Ani lo yodea. How many people are going to come? Ani lo yodea. Will you fly this summer? Ani lo yodat. Matai yavo mar. When will Mashiach come? Ani yodat. Hayom. Hayom im bekolo tishma'u. If you will only listen to his voice. Whose voice? You probably, when I'm talking, you hear voices. And I want those voices to penetrate my lesson. I do not close the windows. I want you to hear what I hear right now. I'm standing at the center of Jerusalem in my house, and I live just in front of the Knesset, the Israeli parliament. And too many demonstrators are yelling now just down my window. Hungry people, worried people. We want work, we want food, we want dignity. My sweet little daughter, 6th grade, I saw her with a sad face and I told her, it's the big vacation. Why do you have a sad face? And she said so wisely, I wanted to earn this vacation decently. We want to work in order to have vacation. We want dignity. And all Hashem wants us to do is to hear these voices. And the Gemara is telling about this very, very delicate woman. Her name is Marta Bat Baitos. She doesn't even know what shoes are because she was walking barefoot. And when her husband became a Kohen, he was not a Kohen, but he bought it with money. It was such corruption. She said to him, I want to see you doing your Yom Kippur thing in HaMikdash. Can I come? And he said, but you have no shoes. So they took a carpet from her house to HaMikdash, many kilometers, so this spoiled girl can come and see her husband on Yom Kippur being the Kohen Gadol. Hi there. And she went back home. She was very spoiled, but she had to shut her window every morning because there he stood, Rabbi Tzadok, so thin, so anorectic, saying, do not ignore. You are all going to be hungry. And she shuts the window. She doesn't want to hear these voices. But then the siege is so long and she becomes hungry. And she says to her servant, go and bring me cakes. And he says, there are no cakes. And go and bring me bread. The bread is finished. So go and bring me something. And he says, there is nothing to eat. And she goes out of her house. She has no shoes on, and barefoot she steps on a worm, on a ichsa thing, or maybe it's the fig that he used to suck every day, Rabbi Tzadok, because he could eat only liquids. He was so anorectic. And when she steps on it, she is so disgusted, she falls down and she dies. And Yirmiyahu Hanavi stands near her corpse, this beautiful young Jewish princess, and he cries, Hayafa bach ve'ha'anoga. She doesn't even know what it means to put her barefoot on the ground. Mehit'aneg umeroch. She is too tender for this life. And Reb Shlomo Miradomsk says, do not laugh at this girl. You forgot that a Jewish woman should be a queen. She shouldn't go out and look for her shidduch by herself, going back humiliated home because she doesn't look good enough for any one of them. She doesn't have to go out and work so hard for her parnasa. Cry for her. This girl is the Shekhinah. Those people crying out there this morning, disturbing our shiur, do not shut the windows, because the sin that destroyed Beit HaMikdash was not hatred, it was indifference. Indifferent when Bar Kamsa is being thrown out of this wedding because it doesn't look well when he comes, so I did not invite him. And all those very, very tzaddikim people stood there and said, we don't care. It doesn't matter. It matters. Lives matter. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Women's lives matter. When Beit HaMikdash was destroyed and started to burn, Yirmiyahu came and said, I'm changing the tefillah. I am not saying any longer, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, VeHaNora. I will not say Nora. Nora is frightening. Nora is present. Ani ro'a oto. I can see him, but I cannot see you. I cannot. If enemies can penetrate your Beit Mikdash and do what they do, I cannot say Nora. Ata lo nir'eh, I do not see you. Chas v'shalom, he doesn't deny the presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The opposite. לפי שידעו בקדוש ברוך הוא שאמיתי הוא, לפיכך לא כזבו בו. They knew that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so emet. I cannot say something which is not emet. I do not see him. So why do I have to say Nora? So he didn't say Nora. And all the people of Knesset Hagdolah were so angry and so imale, they changed it immediately. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, VeHaNora. And it's written in the Gemara, Yoma 69, Hecheziru atara leyoshna. They put back the crown of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What's so wrong about what he did? So one word of the tefillah was not said. And we understand that when Yirmiyahu doesn't say Nora, he actually says Lo Nora. Lo Nora. It doesn't matter. So Beit HaMikdash is destroyed. We manage. Lo Nora. Corona time. So many advantages. I could meet my children again. Listen, this coaching thing is perfect. I preach to it all year, but it's good for Yamim Noraim. Elul Tishrei. On Yamim Noraim, you can say, Lo Nora, I forgive him. Never mind. It's hard, but you cannot say Lo Nora on Yemei Bein HaMeitzarim. You cannot say Lo Nora when love is not there any longer. When in order to find love, you have to make such humiliating efforts because love is cheap, zol. Titus takes off the aron, the two loving angels, a woman and a man hugging each other. How we miss hugging, how we miss it during Corona times. And he says, look, this will become so cheap. So he goes away from you. Lo Nora. Don't be this woman of Yamim Noraim. On Tisha B'Av, you have to sit on the floor and say, Nora, Nora, love matters. This unmarried daughter matters. Ze Nora. I cannot say Lo Nora because indifference is the worst thing ever. You have to care. You have to hear the Shechina crying. So what can I do for it, Yemima? When Am Yisrael goes to the Galut, HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows them those men and women hugging one another, and he says to them the strange sentence, Re'u chibatchem lifnei hamakom. Look how loved you are in front, before God. But I interpret it differently. Listen, things are really bad now. You are not bamakom. You did not get there yet. You cannot find your makom. You cannot find your place. But until you get there, before the makom, lifnei hamakom, re'u chibatchem, what will save you will be those protecting wings you will put around one another virtually in the Zoom. Gam Zoom letova. Just care. Please care. Do not become indifferent. And indifference is the horrible thing that happens when you have something not solved. This year I had no difficulty explaining what the siege is. What is the siege? They are inside the walls. So you are protected from Corona, but you die of hunger. They need those walls around them, but if they stay like this with no work, with no parnasa, they will die. And if they break this siege and they go out from their houses, they can die from Corona, from this enemy. It's a place you cannot escape. What can you do in this distress? And that's why I think Mashiach will come this year. All you have to do, all you can do is put your wings around her. She puts her wings around you like Yosef and Binyamin. You cry for her distress, and she will cry for yours. Don't say lo nora. Go and say tir'eh, nora, re'eh mehaya lanu. Look at us. Look at this beautiful girl, barefoot. She should walk on carpets. She should have whatever she wants. She's your daughter. Don't leave things not solved. You cannot solve them. But at least don't say, I will leave it unsolved. It's the horrible word of the Talmidei Chachamim when they learn Torah and they confront a huge question and they do not know what the right answer is. So they say the horrible word, Teiko. Teiko means equals. I hear him, I hear her, ve'ani lo yodea. It's okay not to know, but teiko is indifference. Teiko is ראשי תיבות תשבי, יבוא, יתרץ קושיות. The Mashiach will come and solve all those hard machloket things. And then comes genius Rabbi Nachman and says, don't use this poisoning word, teiko. It's a problem. I know. Lo nora. Matters. Love matters. Her life matters. His home matters. I want to read you his gorgeous, genius words for Tisha B'Av. And he writes, Teiko הנאמר בש"ס הוא בלי תיקון. The teiko you see in the Gemara means it's without tikkun. We cannot fix it. Teiko is the opposite of tikkun. Let's fix this problem. Let's solve it. And when the word tikkun sees that we took off the nun at the end and it becomes teiko, instead of letaken, instead of fixing this broken world, you say teiko. Teiko is okay, no matter. The nun you took off from the word tikkun, it became teiko. The nun is so sorry. Sorry for the indifference. Sorry for the gaps of those that have so much money. And this one, he lost all his money and they don't even let him in the camp because he cannot pay it for his children this year. So cruelly they put him out of there. The nun of the word tikkun is so sad, it bends itself crying. Vehanun mitkofefet, and when the final nun of the word tikkun bends itself, it becomes a regular nun. So it gets into the word teiko, and it becomes kinot of Tisha B'Av. And when you say kinot, it means you care. It means you say lives matter to me. והתיקון נהפך לקינות. והשם יגאלנו, and Hashem will save us. ויתהפכו הקינות לתיקון, ויתוקן התיקו. Wow. This world yearns for tikkun. I cannot do it, Yemima. Nachon. But at least do not be indifferent. Do not shut windows to your neighbor's distress. Because when you take the nun, the final nun of the word tikkun, it becomes teiko. Okay, take away. If you cannot go to restaurants, there are people who doesn't have this money this year, who doesn't have a shidduch, who doesn't have a father or mother because they died from this horrible virus. The nun is so sad when the world is indifference. It turned itself to a bent nun, a regular nun. It penetrates the teiko, the indifference of the world. And it says to us, sit and say kinot. I do not even know what for. I do not know even how to miss Beit HaMikdash. Lo nora. Miss your neighbor. Miss your husband. Look at those bent people who had it all and they do not have it now. Daven for someone else. Take your wings. Put them around her, like this beautiful, beautiful ancient Israeli song, Hachnisini tachat knafech, put me under your wing, Vahayili and VeAchdut, be my mother and my sister, Vihi cheikech miklat roshi, I will put my head in your wings and I will feel someone cares for me. Someone looked at me and said, Nora, Nora. When a Kadosh Baruch Hu sees this love, we care for one another, we see one another's distress, we do not shut windows, one in front of the other. He will open those sieges around us, Be'ezrat Hashem. He will say, here comes Mashiach, because you knew how to hear another person's unheard voice. Hayom, im bekolo, tishma'u. Jewish lives matters. Humanity matters. Be'ezrat Hashem, we were all going to meet together in the Azara of Beit HaMikdash, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן.